Hello, everyone. It's Shalora back here at the Convention Center, and I'm so excited to show you the very best of PAX West. Mike's always got to be turned on.
I know. Gotta get Mike turned on to really get some good video.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm Jeff Camozzi, aka Motzi. I am the president and CEO of Grazie Games, also the lead developer and story writer for Alterium Shift. Alterium Shift is a retro-inspired JRPG. It's inspired by the games like Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy, Secret of Mana. We take a lot of the classic elements, but we bring a lot of modern elements to it. Quality of life features, 2.5D perspective, and we try to bring what we liked from the classics into the modern era.
Yeah. So there's 3 characters here that we get to choose from the start, right?
Yes, Atlas, Pirate, and Sage.
Yeah. Can you tell me about the 3 characters?
So the 3 characters are students at a school. One is an archer, that's Atlas. Pirate is a spear wielder and also has fire abilities, and Sage is the main. Sage is also probably the most snarky person in the bunch.
Yeah.
They all have their own unique personalities that you get to play and use as part of your experience, your role playing. So you get an opportunity to respond to people in that person's voice, but you can also make decisions that are different than what that person might actually say.
Yeah. I specifically remember running around at the beginning looking for a bunch of chickens.
Yes.
And it's just these like cute kind of quirky interactions that really make the game really enjoyable. Well, not that it's not enjoyable, but
the whole thing is enjoyable,
Yeah.
obviously.
yeah, I just think it enhances it to that extra level when it's like not too
Yeah.
many of those, but just enough.
You know, our inspiration came from Chrono Trigger, but then other modern games like Undertale that have this really whimsy sort of experience where you can talk to things multiple times and you get silly responses.
Yeah.
It kind of rewards your exploration. So we really like bringing in a lot of different elements of story and experience. And we don't take ourselves too seriously.
Yeah.
So the main character, say, starts in bed, and
Yeah.
you can decide to just sleep all day,
Yeah.
for instance. We just have a lot of fun with that while still trying to craft an engaging story.
Right. Yeah. I think like I don't know. I'm not trying to spoil it for nobody, but I like checked like a plant a few different times or something, and like started asking me like, why are you checking me so much or whatever.
At some point, the world pushes back on you. It's like, why are you talking to me so? Go play the
Please
game.
leave me alone.
Yes, just get out of here. I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Yeah. Can you explain how the mechanic of the 3 work? Because I think last time we talked, you had said that you could kind of like play one and then start another file with a different character,
Yes.
and they can kind of affect each other.
And we are still refining this concept, but the idea is to play as all 3 characters eventually. So of course you don't want to play the same game 3 times.
No.
So every character has their own experience, and it encourages you down the road to go back and play as another, because there are things within the game that change. You can switch a switch that affects any save that you load. So the whole point is eventually you go through and play as all 3 characters to get them to the end, and then you use that as part of the final battle boss thing that you're going to do.
Yeah.
You still get access to those characters in whatever playthrough you do. So you get your 3 main characters, and we have 4 supporting characters. But the main character is the one that drives the story.
Yeah. And so like, I don't know, we pick up 30 gil or gold or whatever in a pot. It's not going to be there for the other person.
We don't exactly have that. There are chests that do that.
Okay.
But part of our saving system will actually play on that. You know, people don't like to have to go back later and get achievements on a brand new save. So we're going to make it much easier if you say, oh, I'll go back, get that weapon that I missed the first time, and I can share it with my other save.
Right.
So we're going to have this idea that sort of the saves are interchangeable, and there's ways to get stuff from one place to another without having to play through the whole game.
Right. Can you explain maybe some of the, like how the combat works or what's unique about the combat system?
Our combat system right now is terrible. I'm sorry.
I think it's pretty good.
The new combat system is going to be on map. It's going to have a lot of things that are more choice driven, like the ability to affect whether you want to go all in with an attack or you want to pull back and like charge more.
Yeah.
There's going to be much more choice component to it. And with the on map feeling, it's going to harken closer to Chrono Trigger, where the characters jump out and they start fighting. Our current battle system is not terrible, but it's just basic. There's nothing exciting about it. The new battle system, which we're hoping to get out in a month or 2, I don't know, depends on the testing, that will have a lot more of the flavor of the game that we want to put into it.
Right. Can you tell me more about the design process and the art in your game?
Um, yes, there's so much to tell. So first off, the perspective of the game is 2.5D. So the game is actually 3D with pixels on top. But Drash Ray, Jacob Mann, our artist, he's the one that came up with the perspective that makes it look like a classic 2D game.
Right.
But also you can see the depth, and we can play with the camera and we can move things around. We wanted to avoid that the sort of it's a 3D game clearly, but has pixels on top. We don't really like that look.
Yeah.
We want the classic retro feel. And then, of course, the rest of the art style is really trying to stay within that genre. The SNES era, the early PS1 era, really feels like that, light, colorful, fun, style. And the art itself, the key art, oh man,
Yeah.
that art is done by an artist named Moski, who's based out of France. He is amazing. He prints it out on a paper for watercoloring, and as he hand draws it again, watercolors it and scans it back in.
Yeah.
It's a very unique process, and I think it really fits the style and the feel of our game.
Yeah. It's like a really unique touch that
Oh,
you're not going to get that on a Procreate.
Yeah, right. It just he doesn't like doing digital as much because you get that physical medium feel to it.
Yeah.
Right.
I love that. What has been updated since maybe like a year or two ago?
Oh, so many things. And we had a Kickstarter early in the year, which really helped us accelerate that. So, by the way, if you guys supported our Kickstarter, thank you very much. And wish whatever, any kind of support has been really helpful. We finally have configurable controls. We've done tons of bug fixes and enhancements just to the story in general. We are right now in the process of rolling out the next section of content so people can experience Pyra's backstory, which includes a dancing mini game like like the rhythm pack game. Yeah, we have quality of life improvements. I don't remember what we had last year, whether we had the ability to nudge the camera around or look around the face better. But we've done a lot of improvements to the quality of life in general.
Yeah.
And then some major features that we have coming out very, very soon. We have a racing mini game. We have a whole UI redo. Because our UI was always kind of temporary. We're having a full pixel perfect UI being re-implemented into the game. So it actually fits the style of the game with its own font, pixel-based font. We have a cooking and alchemy coming soon. We have the ability to have your own house where you can move stuff around.
Well, that'd be nice.
Yeah, and of course the new battle system is going to be one of the major things that's coming out. Otherwise, yeah, off the top of my head, I can't remember exactly what's different from last year in that regard, but just a whole lot of general enhancements and improvements over time.
Y'all been working your asses off.
Yeah,
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I used to have one, but it's not now.
Sitting down sucks now.
It's all bone.
Yeah. What can you? I have an idea. What can you tell folks about the story and what kind of themes they might experience?
Well, the story is classic JRPG. Something is trying to destroy the world, and you're having to stop it, right? The big thing is the interplay between the characters and the experience they get to get to that point. And there are going to be some things that are hopefully a little surprising, people don't fully expect, which will get revealed closer to Act 3, which will encourage people to then go back and explore more.
Oh, okay.
Because the whole thing is about exploring the world and having the world feel like it's alive as opposed to you're on rails from start to finish. Even though at the end of the day, the whole thing is get to the main antagonist, defeat them, and then, win the day.
Yeah. Is there anything that you want people to take away from your game or your project and what you're doing?
Our project did not start as large of a project as it is now. We are so appreciative of everyone's support, and all I can say is the things that we have now are directly related due to everyone's support, their feedback, their understanding. We thought we'd launch this game a couple of years ago, but we recognized that people needed more, and we put a lot into it. And I hope that people can see that, because the game is intended to be more than what you see at the surface. You explore underneath and you find out there's a lot more to reactions and responses. There's more you can do than is immediately evident. We hope that people get that feeling that they get a chance to explore and experience it in their own way.
Yeah, you're spoiling us.
Yeah, well,
that's what it sounds like.
I mean, it's a lot of work, but we're really passionate about just doing this type of work, being in this industry. We care more about making something people love to play rather than making our own perfect game, because whatever. I may not like what everyone else does. So I'd rather make something that people will enjoy and appreciate.
Yeah. Do you have an idea when release will happen?
Well, I feel like we
No
say this
pressure.
every year, and there's no pressure. And I hope people understand that it's not for lack of our effort and desire to get it out sooner, but it's looking now like Q1 of 2026. We do have a publisher. We're not allowed to talk about who they are yet,
That's fine.
but they will be handling all of the console porting. They're even going to be supporting some of our Kickstarter fulfillment. And we're hoping to get everything handed over to them by the end of the year so they can start the process of getting everything ported over for digital console release
That's
to go
great.
along with our PC release.
Yeah, congratulations.
Physical releases will come a little
Yeah.
bit later. It takes more time.
Well, that's a big achievement.
Yeah, so that's our hope. I mean,
Yeah.
we're working our butts off, as you said. I don't know what I got left to work off, but I'm going to try.
Yeah. And then you'll get your ass back.
I hope so. Someday, you know,
Yeah.
when Monty gets his butt back, I guess.
Well, thank you so much for talking with me again. Now on camera.
Yes.
Wishlist the game and check out Alterium Shift.